Hey everybody, it's Rev to the Limit, and today I'd like to talk to you about the Alien G10 grips by VZ. These grips are otherworldly. As you can see, they're in dirty olive and they're quite stunning. They're not only attractive though, they are functional. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about my experience with them, but I'll tell you this at the outset. I think the grip on these is so positive that you stand a better chance of getting a chicken leg out of a Baptist hand at a church picnic than getting these grips out of my hand. So let's talk about them. As I mentioned to you in that entry review of the Kimber Super Carry Pro HD, I had some VZ grips on order from vzgrips.com. As we've been to the range, my wife had mentioned on a number of occasions that the grips on the Super Carry seemed fat to her hand, and she's shot a number of 1911s, so her opinion really meant something. I do like to have firearms that my wife enjoys shooting as much as I do, and in case of emergency, it feels comfortable with, as comfortable as possible. I picked out some VZ grips. I picked out these Alien grip and ordered them up off vzgrips.com. They came in the mail. I ordered the thin line version to compensate for the slightly thicker feel from the Gray King grips that come on the Kimber Super Carry. And those grips were more than adequate. They're great grips, but they did feel, even to my hand, a little bit off from what I'm used to on a 1911. Great grips, no problem, perfectly able to shoot them. My hand is almost a perfect size large, so to my hand it worked out just fine. But these slimline grips have made a noticeable difference. I was shooting it fine before, shooting it similar, maybe slightly better now, but my wife is shooting it significantly better and feels much more comfortable with it. So we feel like it's been a great buy for us. Just a couple of things that I'll mention to you at this point that could prove helpful to you if you're in the market for a new set of grips. All right, if you'll notice, with one of the grip panels removed, the bushings that are standard on this Kimber Super Carry Pro, and on many 1911 manufacturers, are too deep for the slimline grips and for some of the other grips that are on the market from VZ and other manufacturers. And so this upgrade will require universal bushings or lower depth bushings. These are ordered right off of the VZ website and were quite easy to install. The good news is they not only accept the slimline grips, but they also do accept the grips that came on the Super Carry Pro to begin with. So you are not stuck once you've installed them. It's not switching bushings back in and out all the way. I also did purchase a screw set from VZ, and I'm just kind of a plain Jane kind of guy, so I got the flathead looking set there, and I purchased some O-rings from them to tighten it up as well. I'm not going to take the O-rings off though. Because of the depth, I would possibly leave the O-rings off for this set of grips, but I just want to give you a quick idea of the difference in width. It is not huge to your eye, but to your hand, it makes a significant difference. So again, I'm going to leave those just like this. I want you to look, if you can, on the right side versus the left side. These VZ Aliens are fine, and fine things deserve a pairing. A ribeye steak needs sauteed portobello mushrooms. And in the same way, one of the things I love most about these grips is how nicely they pair with some of my favorite blades, some of my favorite knives that I carry on a daily basis, like the Benchmade Triage, a knife that I've loved for a long time and rides with me on a regular basis, goes nicely with these grips. But it can be outdone by a knife that I love even more, and that is almost always with me. The Benchmade Sequel, I think, is the perfect pairing for the VZ Aliens. It just matches completely. Look at that blade with those grips. It doesn't get any better than that. And so my recommendation is go out and get yourself some VZ Aliens, especially if you have a Benchmade sequel. Grips that were first produced to meet the requirements of the precision weapons section of the U.S. Marine Corps. Grips that grace fine weapons like the Nighthawk Custom T3. Grips that come in almost every profile type so that they can be the grips that fill your hand when you grasp your weapon. Go ahead, put a pair on your gun. Once you grab them, I guarantee you won't let go.